Yo, 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 yo! How are we doing? Har vi haft en bra tisdag? Vad alla äter för gott? Sitter ni med kaffe? För det gör då jag. Oh my good lord. Idag tror jag vi kör lite arena. Yo, yo, yo. Bara slänger in länkar. The massive survival shooter you never played. What is this? Is it worth watching? Det första jag tänker är ju för gubbarna är ju 7 Days to Die. Stalker. Ja. Är inte Stalker en hel vad heter det? En hel serie eller något, va? Alltså med games eller något sånt. Så jag aldrig har liksom. Det är typ 3 Stalker-spel. Jag vet inte ens vad Stalker-spel är. Alltså jag har ju hört om det. Och man har ju hört de här. Alltså det där, alltså Stalker med punkter liksom emellan. Själva. Men jag vet liksom inte vad det är. För de har ju haft något sånt där Stalker i DAYZ med ju. Och då är det väl typ, som jag fattar är det typ RP. Eller va? Jag har aldrig liksom satt mig in och förstå vad det är. Samtidigt som jag förknippar det med någonting med typ, vad heter det, alltså horror, skräckspel, tjossan. Så jag kan vara helt ute och cykla också. Men vi gör så här. Och så gör vi så där. Och så gör vi. Så. Och.
'22 hasn't been a great year for gaming, and I feel like we probably say that about every year, but this year in particular is bad for a unique reason. '22 hasn't had any controversial launches like the broken state of Fallout 76's release or microtransactions in Battlefront 2, but this year has game developers seemingly attempting to release games with solid structures, fixable issues, and low content on launch, but then absolutely ignoring the game for 6 months after that launch. Armory Forger, Battlefield 2042, Halo Infinite, games that make you question whether these publishers just forgot to play beyond their game's launch, or whether
men vad
they just
menas
decided
med själva liksom det då? Alltså ordet stalker, alltså vad är, om man gör en stalker DayZ-server, vad gör man då liksom? Vad är själva, det måste ju finnas ett det är någon bokserie alltså.
should be enough to keep the gamers' bellies full until the next one, right? AAA keeps falling short, so the gamer looks elsewhere for their late night distractions. Indie games, modded games maybe, but one game gets it right.
Men är det PvP och grejer eller i det här som vi kollar på nu? Eller är det PvE? Co-op? Okej, det är bara single player. Single player PvE då, eller?
Well, 3 games built over 15 years ago, adjusted, improved, combined into one single downloadable file that you can grab for free and play on any PC with a graphics card. Stalker Anomaly. a modded conjunction and overhaul of Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl, Clear Sky, and Call of Pripyat that aims to create a deep, challenging sandbox survival experience that can be adjusted to your exact preference of things like bullet damage, trader costs, enemy spawn chances, or you can select a difficulty setting like I did and go for the ride. Anomaly is immense. Over 100 hours of gameplay are sitting here easily with high replayability due to the dynamic events, missions, and enemy encounters that occur all over the zone. Different factions you can choose from that play in entirely separate ways with different starting equipment and locations, and a library of mods, or even better yet, handcraft mod packages to download and tweak the experience to your liking. Recently, I downloaded a pack of mods for Anomaly from a teensy little mod pack called Stalker Gamma. Gamma is created by a guy named Grok and his community of cheeky breakies and is actively maintained, adjusted, added to, depending on what Grok or Grok's community votes for. This is Anomaly on steroids. My PC sat updating for 2 hours, and once it was done, I witnessed the program I let run rampant on my computer install over 320 individual mods to my Stalker game. With a convenient program where I can disable or change any mod to suit my needs, equipped with subsections, tags, and a search bar to help me find mods to change them out. I ran the game once and immediately had a performance issue. Welp, here we go again. Mods lagging my game, what's new? Every now and then, I would just stutter. Nothing would cause it. I could be underground, above ground, in cordon, maybe the Great Swamps, and every few seconds my game would gameplay. Wonder if there's something that could fix these stutters. There is no way this works. That is so different from any modding experience I have ever had in any game. Boom. I was in Stalker Gamma. 320 mods on top of Stalker Anomaly's gigantic overhaul already, running smoothly. I was ready to start my nightly adventures deep into a new version of the dark and depressing land of post-apocalypse Ukraine.
Vad är målet då? Om det nu finns något.
Based Clear Sky faction, I began my quest to survive the most dangerous regions of the zone, but to do that, I'd need better armor, better skills, better weapons, better pizza. And unless you choose to run with a more hostile or maybe militaristic faction, you'll be working your way up slowly from plinking bandits with a Makarov, hunting small game with an over-under, or risking yeeting your femur to the next rookie village for some weaker artifact out of the local anomaly field. This first act of an Anomaly playthrough, by itself, is a game worth of content and fun. I hear it. What? Whoa. Oh my gosh, there were 2 of them. Woo. The early bit of hard difficulty is where you have low ammo and few medications in case of injury, fleeing most of the dangers you encounter. It's a treacherous zone with bandits, zombies, mutants, and radiation at every turn. I was consistently drunk on vodka in my first playthrough to sway radiation poisoning, as my uniform and gas mask were futile against the clouds of radioactive dust. I was commonly out of bandages, meaning one scratch could mean certain death, and it's not an unfair difficulty. It might sound like it, but you can and will be able to eventually catch a lucky break, find a body with a rifle that actually is fixable at the workbench, and feel that massive level of accomplishment as you finally down another human with a single shot. It's also the moments in between firefights, though, that feel so alive in this game and are so entertaining. It's the moments where it's 4 a.m., I'm still playing Stalker, and I'm sitting on the side of a destroyed building just watching a sunrise while faint gunshots and occasional mutants howl in the distance. The world is fully single player, yet so many things happen in it that don't rely on player input at all. They aren't even designed to be within the player's perception range either. Firefights can be barely audible across the map, and I rarely ever know what the context is behind a distant shot. And I have the option to go interact with these unscripted events, but I'll be risking my Stalker's life against other Stalkers and mutants who are equally as likely to get one-shotted by a double barrel as I am. Here, I feel like I'm just another Stalker with matching abilities to one walking out of the safe zone right in front of me to go do a patrol. This is the exact chance I get to dig at Ghost Recon Breakpoint once again, so of course, I have to. Wow. It just spawned the enemies right beside the friendlies. Watch them fight each other. Look at this intense firefight. Look how I'm terrified right now. I am so scared of what could potentially happen to any of these guys. I mean, what's gonna happen to them? You know, are they gonna? Oh, there goes one. You know, guns don't feel powerful whenever you see two groups of people fighting, right, with guns about 10 feet away from each other, spraying mags upon mags upon mags of ammo at each other and not killing each other immediately. How does that make me feel as the player whenever I shoot someone and they die immediately? Does that make me feel like I'm part of the world or like I am separate, like I'm cheating in the world? If the AI aren't dangerous on either side because they can't even kill each other in 30 seconds, how does that make me feel when I'm fighting the AI in this world? You just aren't a person in Breakpoint. You're a god among idiots. In Stalker, you see people die from one hit. You see just how mortal humans are. You shoot someone and hear them crying as their lungs collapse or cursing you as they die. You see fellow stalkers discover a body and report the dead stalker on the public chat system, and then you see other stalkers reply with their condolences. By seeing how quickly and how often others may die, it makes every movement, every fight, every evasion so much more meaningful. For once, I feel mortal in a single-player game, not just because I can die, but because I can die just as easily and as quickly as anyone else here. So in which game do I feel more alive? The survival features in Breakpoint, where you can do stuff like drink water, clean your weapons, or scratch down some notes for improved stats, were heavily advertised as a selling point for the game, but are never required. They're optional.
Tror ju dock att det är väldigt svårt att spela på stream, för så fort han är ute i skogen och springer så är det ju till och med nu när jag kollar extremt dålig kvalitet. Alltså du ser ju inte skillnad på gräs och grejer, det är bara ett jävla blur. Och ska det encodas igen ute i streamen så kommer det bli ännu sämre.
No negative effect. Of course, it's not a hardcore survival game, but I'll wrap up.
Som nu här liksom. Och se något genom det här. Det är ju liksom. Här ser du ju, men inte genom när det blir lite buskar och eller som swamp och grejer. Tyvärr.
You drink water because it's
eller som här liksom. Det är ju, du ser att det. Jo, men det är ju alltså. Som sagt, det kan ju vara så att det kanske går, men jag tänker om man ska. Jag lär ju ha åtminstone 60 fps i alla fall själv också. För som här uppe, man ser att det är någon som går här. Och här att det typ står någon, men det går ju inte liksom knappt att se vad det är.
You must balance your petty earnings from fetch quests and mutant hunts to decide whether you want more vodka to protect you from radiation or more.
Det lär ta en evighet att lära sig det här. De har ju verkligen lagt in allt som går att ha i ett spel i samma spel.
Food to eat to keep your stalker fast and energized. Survival is a requirement. One game was advertised as a tactical shooter with survival game elements, but I'm very sure the devs were forced to reverse the depth of their new survival system to appeal to a wider audience and net more sales. The output is a weird offhand throw at survival that feels half-baked and neutered. This mod is a survival game with hundreds of different developers coming together with motivation to create.
Jag tror att jag också hade ledsnat för fort för att man ska komma till det, liksom vändpunkten om man säger. Det brukar ju kunna vara som med de här single player spelen. Man hade ju velat sett att det hade varit typ co-op istället för att han går med, som han gjorde nyss när han gick i en grupp med AI liksom, att man hade varit med sin egen grupp.
Survival experience without the looming fear of not appealing to a wide audience. Also, there's a mod in here called Beef's NVGs, and they are the best NVGs of any video game I've probably ever seen.
Oh.
Look at that.
That's pretty good.
Look at the outside. And then the sparkle.
The grain.
Yep. So this is a PVS 7. I don't know, some Russian dual tubes. Look at the blur too.
That's really good.
It's close.
De här har ju säkert använt alltså kanske Night Vision IRL. Det här är ju inte vad jag vill se i ett Night Vision. Då är Night Vision i DAYZ 100 000 gånger bättre än det här. Du ser ju för fan knappt vad det är. Du ser ju bara en blurrig jävla klump.
Isn't that awesome? And then the outside of the night vision is color. And then let me try the quad nods.
Oh, there's quads. Oh my god.
Och då är de här bättre i så fall.
That looks good.
I love the fact that there's actually color outside of the tube.
Dude, wow.
As you get a bit deeper in your playthrough, find yourself a modern weapon, obtain a better equipment to allow yourself into more dangerous zones, you'll find yourself getting into a rhythm with the game. Are you commonly searching for artifacts?
Som här liksom. Det kommer vara extremt svårt att se sånt här på streamen, tror jag.
Hunting mutants? Do you cook your own food or make do with what the traders sell? Are you heavily combat oriented or prefer to save
Sen kanske han kör på dålig kvalitet, det vet inte jag eftersom han spelar in och grejer. Det vet man inte, men...
That will shape your stalker over time, as different pieces of equipment, clothing, medications, weapons, and ammo types will decide on what style of gameplay you'll be effective at, and your carrying capacity will not allow you to carry one of everything until you're way far in an exosuit. And for reference, I'm 25 hours into a playthrough right now and just fully repaired a PP-19 Bison to become my first functional full auto weapon. Until then, I was running a Mosin and USP for most of the time, crying when anything got closer than 10 feet. God, Jesus. Fuck, he's back up.
Det hade ju säkert kunnat varit fett om det här spelet hade gjorts av devs så att det blir riktigt gjort och att det blir alltså att det blir ett helt spel av det liksom. Typ som DAYZ. Alltså så här, med så här mycket content och grejer.
Oh. Hang on, I'll see if Drew dies this Chimera.
He smacked it like 3 times already with the Mosin.
It's a small one too. If you're up like halfway up a ladder, it'll fucking kill you. So he's...
Fuck, dude.
I hate those things, dude.
Eventually, you'll reach a high enough reputation with traders that you can buy better parts and ammo for higher-end weapons, and enemies will eventually spawn with better weapons and gear too once you drop them and loot their bodies, meaning at some point, you'll be able to progress all the way to a powered exoskeleton suit and high-end Tarkov-like weaponry. And I just appreciate that depth in all chapters of the game, from beginning poor to becoming a high-end legend in the zone. The game throws logistical curveballs at you and still surprises you to slow your progression down to a speed at which you can savor it. Switching off of a Mosin Nagant after days of playing with it was tough. It's been with me for weeks of a playthrough, but I was finally moving on to something bigger. Other sections of the experience have depth due to the already large lore base of the Stalker universe, meaning the zone can throw a bloodsucker, a squad of heavily geared monolith soldiers, bandits, or a pack of dogs at you from the same spawn point, all with different required reactions from the player to deal with safely. And similar to other games we play here on the channel, this game is a massive sandbox with many ways to play. Gather your buddies on Discord, new playthrough. The player is forced to do nothing but hunt artifacts, take a drink or shot of vodka when your stalker has to drink vodka to negate radiation poisoning. Fun ensues. All right, here we go.
Well, this one I'm not a huge fan of. I'm stuck.
Uh-oh.
I have to reload. And food's not really that much of a problem in the future.
Can you eat the anomalous bread though?
I don't know if that's such a good idea. 24 millisieverts an hour,
Can you
bro?
digest the radiation?
Your poo would be glowing green, bro.
Bro, you get killed by a bloodsucker or you die of green poo. I'm gonna pick the green poo every time.
Your resistance is to everything by... Watch out. Fucking, where's my Nimroth?
We sipping? Alright, here we go.
It's a new mutant that got added by this mod. And it's basically it's called a piranha.
It sounds like a motorboat.
Yeah, basically what it is, it's a...
Bro, I just want to hear the piranha sounds like raw in my ear. Just...
Dude, it's sort of like...
Oh,
bitch.
No,
He did! What the fuck?
He took
He's
your
got 4 artifacts! Yo, he's got 7 artifacts on him!
Josh, that's you idiot.
Dude, this is literally me!
No, he turns around, it's him.
You're putting stuff on him. You're putting stuff on him, Josh. Did you not notice? That's what I meant. It's you.
Just him out.
I saw.
That's a drink water moment. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh!
The same hearts as I am.
Dude, you're walking into it, bro.
Dude, I don't have
Throw
any
bolts. You don't have
I
bolts?
don't have any.
Oh, that guy's crazy. Super fast fire rate.
Ah. Men då finns det ju typ multiplayer i alla fall som på DayZ när de har gjort DayZ Stalker, för där är det ju typ RP, ingen kill on sight och shit.
There's more modes than one as well.
Och hur mycket mods som helst. Och de har lagt in allt möjligt, alltså massa vapen som inte finns annars och alltså gjort om hus, inredning, soffor, alltså you name it. Det är liksom inte ens... Ja, precis. Det är liksom... De har ju... Måste ju ha moddat in hur mycket grejer som helst.
Mode, where your save will delete itself after you run out of a pre-selected amount of lives, or another mode where, when you die, you enter the body of another AI stalker in the zone and play on as that stalker. It's a game that's filled with a sandbox of settings and tools to tweak and play with to your heart's content.
Alltså,
seriously,
det finns ju en viss gräns. Jag menar, ett spel behöver heller inte hur mycket content som helst. Det ska ju också vara... Alltså förstår du, det måste ju vara så pass... Finns det för mycket content så blir det också dåligt. För då är det så här att okej, men varför finns de här 250 000 grejerna om ingen använder dem överhuvudtaget? Då är det bara onödigt skit som ingen vill ha i gamet i alla fall.
Imagine, I really want you to imagine a new
Det finns alltid en
single-player
gräns
survival game
på saker.
dropping today from some company or any company for $60 with the same level of depth, customization and replayability as
Nu har jag
this
inte spelare så jag vet inte hur det är. Men alltså
10 across the board for its impressive and unique visuals and high amount of content, immersive environment, sound systems, etc. And it have the biggest streamers hooked on it for months. Instead, this is an old game that was originally one with big ideas, limited by the era it was born in. Left to be played by only few because of the prejudice of unaware gamers thinking of it as old or clunky, when in reality, the gameplay of Stalker Gamma and Stalker Anomaly competes with modern-day games so closely because it's been tuned and adjusted by a crowdsourced effort for years. Much more
ja, jag vill väl fortfarande kanske påstå att det är klonky, men det är ju svårt att vara. Så det är ju bara att man vill ha
what they think is cool versus a game that's made for profit. So if you hear a friend mention that the gaming landscape is dry right now, going to play a modded Stalker experience isn't just a rewind back for nostalgia's sake. It's a refresh of a formula that's worked for years and been one of the top survival experiences in gaming. If you even want to go deeper, Stalker Gamma's pack adds
DayZ
a bunch more
och
hardcore
jag menar,
too.
folk spelar ju det i alla fall. Jag har ingenting
Spend a
alltså
lonely night in the game.
det tar ju tid att